Today we're going to be installing the OEM LED bed lights in my 2020 Toyota Tacoma. Y'all stick around. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, my name's TJ. Welcome to Kayak USA. Today's video is actually going to be episode number 7, I think, in a playlist that I'm doing right now of my Overlander build, where I'm turning my 2020 Toyota Tacoma into an Overland style vehicle. If you haven't seen any of those videos, I'll put the playlist here somewhere, and I'll also link it in the video description. You can go back and watch those videos and all of the mods that I've done to it so far. Today's video should be a quick one, because this actually should be like the easiest mod that I'm gonna do on this entire build series. And it is the OEM LED bed lights. Now, when I say bed lights, I'm not talking about like the tail lights. I'm talking about actual bed lights that go in the bed of the truck. I will say that this build should be plug and play for my truck. This is the 2020 model. I've been told that the 2019s and 18s, you might have to run an additional wire, but I think you can still run these in your truck. For me, from the research that I've done, I think that I can actually just pop these in the side of my bed. There's some actual pop-out panels that we're gonna pop out. These are supposed to go straight in, and these little wires should plug in behind these tail lights somewhere. There's supposed to be like an actual plug back there already assembled in the 2020s. I hope that's the case. I don't plan on running any wires today, so we'll see. These are the OEM, as I said before. I'll link them in the video description below. I found them on Amazon. I can't remember how much they were, maybe around 50 or 60 bucks, but I'll link them in the video description if you're interested in adding these. I don't think I have to add any kind of switch or anything, because if what I've read is right again, the light, you can't see the light that's on the cab of my truck, but it's the cargo light. It's behind my rooftop tent here, but it lights up the bed of the truck, and there's already a switch in there. Apparently the wires that run to these lights are going to be controlled by the same switch. So I should be able to hit that cargo light and light up the inside of my bed. So when we're camping and all of our gears and stuff in there, I can just hit it and I can see when I'm getting out, so I don't have to have a flashlight digging around in the bed back here. So I guess we can just get into the build. This should be super simple and super quick. So let's get into popping these covers off, and I think we got to take these tail lights off too. Okay, so I've laid out everything that we're going to need to do this build. As you can see, I'll go over everything you're going to need right here. So you're going to need a 10mm nut driver, the lights and the wires, of course, a big torque wrench. It's like the biggest one you can find, an impact driver with a Phillips head bit, a Sawzall with no battery, a tape measure, and a really old rusty, I think this is called a bandsaw, or I don't know, it's made in China, as you can tell. Actually, I'm just kidding, guys, sorry. The only tool that we're gonna need for this install is a 10mm nut driver, if you've got the 2020 model. I'm hoping so. Anyway, this was just a joke, I'm sorry. Now I gotta put all this stuff back up just because I wanted to be funny. But yeah, so all we should need is like a 10mm socket so we can pull these lights out, and that's it. So now let me move all this stuff out of the way. The first thing we're gonna do is, I guess I do need to get the camera back in here, and let me get some more light. See if my Guardian Angel light's still charged. Let's see, oh yeah. Look at that bright light. I don't know if it might be too bright to show up to the camera, but I'm just gonna use this to film in here for a minute. So the panels are, can y'all see the panels in there, maybe? So this panel right here, there's one on both sides of the truck. Oh, let me move this light out of the way. Golly, this is why you gotta have LED lights in the bed of your truck, so you can actually see in here. So the panel is right here, and I'm just gonna pop it off. I think you grab it on the bottom, just like that, it pops right off. I'll show you guys so you can see, and all it is, I mean, the lights are the same thing. They've got the little clip that pops in at the top. It hooks into the bottom, and you pop it right in. Then these wires plug into the back of it. Super easy. So I got one on this side. You just pop it out, just like that. I love these Guardian Angel lights. If you don't know what this is, I'll link it below. I think I did this, check that out. I did a video on these a long time ago. I actually used these for my running lights on my Kayak. Here is my front light, red on one side, green on the other. It's magnetized and it's a really strong magnet and it just sticks to the mount. There's like a little distress thing on them. It's pretty neat. I'll link them below if you're interested in these, but right now I'm just using them as a flashlight. All right, so we got the panels off. What can y'all see with this camera? Probably nothing because this light is so bright. There you go. So you see the panel, the little hole right there? That's where these lights are gonna go. They're kind of aimed backwards, and if I didn't have all this on the bed of the truck, you'd be able to see a lot easier. So now what I'm gonna do is turn this thing off, stick it back on the toolbox, and we're gonna go ahead and pull the tail lights out and see and pray that that plug is actually behind my tail lights. So I believe it's just a couple of bolts that hold the tail lights on. I guess I could turn the camera here for you to see. One there, and maybe these two. Wow, maybe I did need my impact. That's all right. Let me grab a socket, and I'm just going to use a 10mm socket and wrench. There we go. All right, I had to go run and double check and make sure there was no bolts behind here. And so far, everybody I've seen on YouTube or on the internet, they only pull out these 3 bolts and then you just grab the tail light and pull straight back. I was so worried I was gonna break something. That scared the crap out of me. I really thought I just broke my truck. And yeah, there is I'm just gonna fold this over and set it here. That's in there pretty good. It's in there with a little clip, and I'll show you guys. Let me get some light. So that clip, let's see, yeah, there we go. So that little clip right there is what's holding the back part in, and it's actually this little knob right here. It just kind of pokes in there, and then there's one down here as well. So you see the plug right here, and this plug should plug into here, just like this on that end, and you run the lights through, run the wire through, and pop them in on the other side. As for the light itself, the plug just goes on the back. I believe there's only one way that it can go. Make sure that I do that right. Which side is it? Oh, it's gonna be this side here, okay. I believe. Yep, and it clicks into place just like that. Now, we just slide the wire in the hole. Just like that. And I'll show you guys an up close picture in just a minute. So what can you see down here right now? It's so hard to do this with one hand holding the camera. So here's the plug, and there's also this little clip. This clip, dang, I wish I could see that. Maybe that help? Yeah, okay. So here's the wire. The wire I just fed through this little circle hole. It went straight up to the LED light. And on this wire, it's already got a little plastic clip that plugs right there. So the wire, you don't have to worry about the wires coming unplugged. And now, I believe this thing right here is just a holder. See, this is just plugged into here. It holds this wire in place. We have to pull this back and unplug this, and then this plugs to these 2 wires here. But I can't do it with one hand, so let me set you back up. There we go. So I got, if you can see there, hope that light's not too bright for you guys. So this plug unplugged from this little thing here. Here's our light plug. and they're just gonna plug together. And we're gonna leave this just stuck back here because it's not gonna hurt anything. And if we ever need to plug this back in somewhere to keep it from arcing out or anything like that, we'll be able to just pop it back in there. And after that, it just pops into place just like that. And when you're done, that's how it should look. It just comes straight up. This is our truck wire. We got it plugged in. The two little clips actually have a spot on the truck that pop right in right there. So it's out of the way. Now we just pop the light back on and do the other side. To get the light back on, we're just gonna line up the top and bottom pin that scared me to death when they popped out. It didn't sound near as bad going back in. So if I can squeeze by here, let's see. There they are, heck yeah. Look how bright that is in there now, guys. Check that out. Now I can actually see, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I can see everything in the bed of this truck now. No running wires, no splicing wires, no nothing. I literally just plugged and played. That is awesome. So like I said at the beginning of the video though, this is the 2020 model. I think I've been told for the 19s and the 18s that you have to run your own wires, but I think these will still plug into the bed of your truck. I think you do have these caps where you can add these if you want to. Either way, I'm gonna link them in the video description and y'all can check them out, but man, they turned out fantastic. That's off, that's on. I forgot to mention too that when you open your truck door at night or when you come up and you unlock it, you know, if you've got one of these Tacomas, when you stick your hand in the handle, it unlocks your doors and it cuts on that rear light. That's what these do. See how they just went off by themselves? It's the same principle. If my truck was locked, I could grab the door handle and open it up and these lights would also kick on with the rear cargo light. So that's pretty cool. And just like that, they are installed. I told you guys this was gonna be a quick, simple install, at least for the 2020 Tacomas. I love them. These things are gonna be great for camping trips or just in general, using my truck at night outside when it's dark. I can never see in there and I don't ever have a flashlight with me. I love to use the little side box in this truck that I keep my ratchet straps and tools and stuff like that in that little cubby box over here. I can never see in that box when it's dark outside. Now I can just flip a switch and see everything in the bed of the truck. I love this mod. It's a simple, cheap, you know, small mod, but it really makes a big difference, I think. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're new, be sure to hit that subscribe button, guys. I noticed that there's like 75% or 80% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed. It costs you nothing to hit that subscribe button. You'll get notified every time I upload a new video. And I've got some big things coming for this truck. I mean, we got suspension lifts coming, we got tires coming. We're gonna really build this thing. I might even wrap this truck. I've been talking to a few guys about maybe doing a body wrap on this truck. So stay tuned. If you're new, hit the subscribe button and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.